Hello, I'm Henry Slakitz and welcome to this playthrough of Kingdom Come Deliverance on PlayStation 4. Now, I'm in Sasau and I've just been doing some trading, selling a load of armour that I've got. So now I've come into Sasau to speak to Master Jerome about a crown that Lady Stephanie wants for her wedding, or for a wedding, not her wedding, her niece's wedding.
The Lady of Talmberg sent me. She wants me to find out why the crown's been delayed.
Through no fault of ours, I can tell you that. We had a large stone ordered for mounting on the crown, a beautiful Moldavite from South Bohemia that we had cut and polished in Prague. But, well, in short, the good merchant, Martin Vizek, who was supposed to bring it from Prague, got lost along the way. It's like the ground swallowed him up.
Lady Stephanie won't be happy.
Look, we've got something else here we can replace the stone with, but I'm sure even you can see it's not worthy of a noble wedding, and definitely not worthy of our fine craftsmanship. Oh, if I only had someone who'd try to find the Moldavite.
Why don't you just ask me? Of course I'll try to find the stone. Just tell me where the fellow was seen last.
That fellow, as you call him, the esteemed merchant, Martin Vizek, was last seen riding alongside the Sasau River, passing by the footbridge over the ford, to the west of here. Evidently, he never made it to Sasau town.
Well, I'll look for him, but he could be far over the mountains by now. Or under the ground.
Good luck to you.
Okay, so I'm going to go off and do that. As also happened since my last playthrough is I'm now playing on a PlayStation 4 Pro. So I'm playing in glorious 4K. You may or may not notice that depending on your setup that you're watching on at the moment. So I'm going to head off and do this. So I'll put my marker there. I'm heading west. It's getting a bit late. I'm going to give it a go anyway. Also, what I want to do is increase the use of my mace skills. Just because I'm finding that I'm meeting quite a few armoured bandits at the moment, so I'm wanting to improve on that, because against armour, against heavy armour especially, maces are better than swords. So I'm going to head off in this direction. There's not a road here. Where's the road? I'll go left a bit and then straight up. Here we go, at the crossroads, and go this way. Now, I haven't played for a bit, been quite busy. I've been playing on hardcore mode on the weekends. But it's now the 6-week holiday, so I'm busy with my little children. So I can't do much during the day. I've only got the opportunity to play at night time. So I've forgotten what I should be doing in Pribyslavitz. I think I'm supposed to speak to an armourer in Sasau, so I think I'll go and do this first. And then head off to deal with that. Okay, coming to a T-junction, I need to turn left. Is this it? Oh no, this is it. Okay, yeah. Looks familiar. Kind of looks... No, I haven't been down here before at all, no. I do remember doing this on my first playthrough, which I completed the main quest on, so I have done this before. But the game does look so much better in 4K. Unfortunately, it's not solved the pop-out problems with the better performance on the PlayStation Pro, but Warhorse are saying that the patch is coming soon, which should solve the problem. And just check what arrows I'm using. Yeah. Piercing arrows. I don't think these guys down here are particularly well armoured. Long distance arrow, better long distance arrow. And move them to the horse. I'm going to move some of these to the horse. Better piercing arrow, 2. Could do with more of those, really. May need to. Ooh, better hunting arrow. 63 of those. Let's move all of them to the horse. Yeah, that's way better. Okay, so. Oh no, I've just put it away. So I'm going to creep down here. Have I timed this right? There's a camp here, so I could.
Hey, who's there?
If I wanted to spend the night here.
Crawling out from under some rock.
Oh, missed. He just moved right at the last second. Got you. Ah, got me. Sod. Oh yeah. So am I, if I can eat you. Ah. Ah, I keep missing him. How am I missing? Well, that was embarrassing. Okay, let's see. What's worth taking? I think I'll have that and that. Oh, and the coin. Yep, that's useful. Oh, I'll have them. That's why he was doing some damage. Blacksmith kit. Okay, I'm a little bit injured, but that's fine. Ooh, I'll have that. Yes. Yes. I'm toying with the idea of starting to use light armor, but I haven't decided yet. Black shield. Ooh. And what kind of weapon do we have? Where's his sword gone? I'm sure he had a sword. That's strange. Appears to have disappeared. Never mind. Let's see what kind of bow he had. I think he's dropped that as well. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Dogwood hunting bow. Let's take a look at that. Oh, I'm over encumbered. Let's see. No, that's not what I wanted to do. That's still better. Okay, so let's move that onto that. So 5 defense 150, defense 98, 38, durability 90, yeah. Okay then, I'll have these 2 arrows that he very kindly put in the tree for me to collect. Now, I don't know that I'm going to find any of the arrows that I shot over here at all. It's very unlikely. Okay, so let's get what I came here for, which should just be down here somewhere. There should be a body. There he is. Martin Vizek. Yeah, nothing on him. This is what I want. Don't know why it does that. Ooh, armor kit. I'll have that. Like Roshan. Yes, that's the Moldavite. Nice bit of kit in here. Unusual stuff as well that you haven't seen anywhere else in the game. So I found what I needed to. I don't think I'm particularly hungry. No, I'm not hungry enough to eat from there. Okay, so I've just spent the night at the monastery in Sasau. It's pretty grim in there with the wounded from Slakitz. We'll go back to have a look at that. For now, I'm headed back to hand over the Moldavite to the guy that's making this crown for Lady Stephanie. Hopefully he's awake. Gonna put a little bit of light on the matter. I don't know whether this guy's worth robbing or not. Oh, this looks interesting. Some kind of pulley system, maybe? I don't know. See if there's anything of interest in here, like, I don't know, treasure maps. Doesn't look like it though. Okay, let's head upstairs. Very hard chest. Oh, what's this? Nothing. Nothing at all. I don't think there's ever anything of interest in here. Another chest. Another chest. Okay, so if I can wake the guy up.
I hope I can be of help to you, Knight.
Yeah, you could get dressed for a start.
About that Moldavite we discussed.
Yes. Do you have some news?
Yes. The good news is I found Vizek.
That sounds like cause for rejoicing, but how come he isn't with you?
That's the bad news. He didn't survive.
Merciful God. He was a good and highly respected man. I will pray for his soul. Anyway, let me see the stone, if you would be so kind.
Of course. Here it is.
Excellent. It looks undamaged. I'll get straight to work. You can come for the finished crown tomorrow evening. God be with you.
Okay. Okay. So he's gone back to sleep. Following day. Okay, so that's early evening tomorrow. So what I'll do in the meantime is I'll find out how I can help Johanka in the monastery.
Yeah.
What's that? I can't tell. Do I speak to Johanka? Do I speak to... Oh, there's another one. There's two. Quest giver. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder who this one is. There's somebody in here. Is there? Is that Johanka then? Oh, it is. She's having to sleep in the stables. Well, that's just, that's impressive. I like this. That's a nice shot. Oh, there she is. Oh, hello. Can't talk to her though, which is strange. Okay, so I'll go talk to Brother Nicodemus then, if he'll want to talk to me. Oh, that's strange. They don't want to talk to me. Okay, I'm not sure what to do here now because I can't ask Brother Nicodemus about it. I can't talk to Johanka, so I'm guessing I need to go back to Mohied to do what I need to do there.
I hope I can be of help. How's it looking, Melikar?
I'm glad to see you, Henry. I'd like to thank you again. Everyone is cured. It's nothing short of a miracle.
Oh, that's a relief. You've suffered enough. We've all suffered enough.
God's truth. You know, the folk here are truly grateful. They'd have you and Nicodemus canonized if they could. They brought me gifts for the two of you. I wasn't keen on the idea at first. We're not left with much since the livestock died. But since you're here...
Brilliant.
No. I can't possibly accept that. Give it all back, Melikar. With my thanks.
That's kind of you. I'm glad you appreciate our situation. Things are tough, all right.
I understand. I'm just glad everything turned out well.
So am I, lad. So am I.
That's better. Okay, so I need to find Johanka. I thought she'd be in here. Oh, there she is. Will she talk to me? Yeah, there we go.
What's happening here? Oh my god. Philip and... they're all...
Yes. Where do you think the wounded ended up?
Actually, I had no idea.
Well, now you know. Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things under control since Slakitz was raised. Just the two of us.
Can I help at all?
Certainly. You can always use an extra pair of hands here. And it's been like that since the beginning.
I was in a bad way myself back then. They took me to Rattay unconscious, and I needed a healer. How's everyone holding up? What can I do?
Holding up? People here are dying. Usually needlessly, and I can't do anything about it. We don't have enough food or space or anyone who's willing to help us.
Doesn't anyone help you with nursing these people? You've got scholars all around you.
Scholars, maybe, but they leave the healing up to God. Nicodemus is trying, but everything he knows is from his books.
Can I have a look at them myself? I know a little about healing.
Do you now? And what would you do if you burnt yourself at the forge?
That actually happened to me once. Fritz pissed on the burn and it was right as rain the next day.
I see. Well, better talk to Brother Nicodemus before trying that treatment here.
Doesn't the monastery care for them?
They give us some food for them and a place to sleep, but I wouldn't say they help exactly. More like they just tolerate us.
Do you have enough food?
Enough to survive, maybe, but convalescents need feeding up.
Maybe if I brought some meat, some game, that would strengthen them up.
That would be a great help.
Anything else you need?
Look around.
Well, it is a little crowded.
Crowded? I've had to leave some of the sick lying in the open air, even at night. And have you seen what they're lying on?
I'll try to negotiate better conditions with the monastery.
I tried that, out loud. They just nod their heads, but don't move a muscle.
Very well. And how are you doing? You're the only woman here, alone in the monastery.
Some of the monks speak to me, but other people act like I don't exist. Too bad the custodian isn't one of those.
Is the custodian causing you problems?
All the time. Apparently he has a wife somewhere, but that doesn't stop him. He's constantly strutting around in front of me.
And, what else?
What do you mean, what else? He's invited me to his home.
I could do something about it, if you like.
No, I can deal with him. The last thing I need is you going around threatening people. It won't help me, and it definitely won't help the refugees.
Why is there a guard outside?
He's here because of me.
Because of you?
Yes. There was one time I just had enough of it all, of the way they treat us, and I almost slapped one of... But that doesn't matter.
What can you tell me about the custodian?
He's supposed to be in charge of all the guards and the security of the monastery. But really, he has a say in pretty much everything, including supplies. And that's why he probably thinks he can do whatever he wants.
All right.
Look, Henry, I know I can speak harshly, but I'm at the end of my tether. Last week Bohuslav died. Maybe you knew him. And nobody even blinked an eye. We desperately need help.
I'll do whatever's in my power.
May the Lord watch over you.
You're the one who's in charge of the wounded.
Yes, I'm the infirmarius here. Time was I only had a few elderly monks who couldn't walk to take care of. Now I have this mess to deal with.
Monks so old they can't hold themselves up with their own legs.
Oh, if that were the only bodily function they could control. But I shouldn't talk like that. It's a blessing to live to such an age.
How are the wounded from Slakitz?
Some of them are well taken care of, but others are dying here needlessly. It's a good thing we have Johanka here. I'd never be able to manage on my own.
So you don't normally treat the wounded then?
Well, there were accidents, of course. A broken leg, someone who'd been kicked by a cow or bitten by a goat. But this, I've never dealt with the carnage of battle before.
If only it had been a battle. This was cold-blooded slaughter.
You were there? God be merciful to you and the dead and wounded.
How can I help you?
Have you talked to Johanka?
I did.
Well, if you know something about it, then go and take a look. However, you don't look like you've studied the Hippocratic arts.
That's true. I'm the son of a blacksmith. I have been around the wounded before. What do I do if I'm not sure of the treatment?
Come and speak to me. We'll see what we can do.
What do you think about the custodian?
Baron von Berg? Well, he does his job well. He keeps us safe here. And the last time I saw him was when I was rubbing ointment on his rash.
I heard he's been here a lot lately.
That's true. He comes to visit Johanka, but he's never here long and he always leaves unsatisfied.
Thank you. Why are they so badly provided for? People are crammed in next to each other, and some have to sleep outside. That can't be good for them. It gets freezing here at night.
I can't afford anything more for them.
How is that possible? You're the infirmarius. You decide how all the money gets spent.
But I have no say in how much money I'm given. And because the abbot's away, it's still the same amount I had when I was taking care of a few old men.
Can't you do anything? Won't the others help?
Unfortunately not. The brothers in the cloister aren't much interested in the external world, and the custodian has enough on his plate with the chaos in the region. Besides, his main concern is the smooth running of the monastery.
Can't believe your conscience lets you leave the Slakitz locals in such a state.
I know. I'm ashamed. But my brothers believe it's all in God's hands now.
And the local custodian? His crew has enough provisions.
I tried him, but it seems he had some disagreement with Johanka and now he won't give us anything.
I'll try to talk to him. Even so, conditions here seem to me quite unchristian.
You're not the only one.
Okay. So let's try and speak to the custodian. Who's up here? Yeah, it's definitely in this building. That's the custodian scribe. Where is he then? Upstairs? Here he is.
God be with you.
Ooh, it's dark in here.
I'm helping at the infirmary now, and I came to...
Ah, and how is Johanka? Do you know her well?
Yes, I do.
Good, good. Does she ever talk about me?
Sometimes. A little.
That's good. Excellent. Johanka means a lot to me.
I'm mainly here for supplies and to talk about the state of the wounded from Slakitz. They need blankets, food...
Well, that's not my problem. Let the infirmarius take care of it.
His hands are tied. Until the abbot comes back, he can't get anything.
And why should that interest me?
Maybe because of Johanka.
What precisely are you getting at?
Well, something could happen to her too, someday.
If any ill befalls my dear Johanka, she won't be left lying on some grubby floor. I'll personally see to it she's taken care of.
Because I'll pay you.
For supplies? But of course. That will be...
Oh, come off it. You get your supplies from the monastery for free. No one will bat an eyelid if you ask for more. Blankets can get chewed up by mice. Food can go off. What do you say to this?
Come now. Just a little more and we have a deal. Yes. These things happen, certainly. And as long as the monastery needs my protection, they'll have to put up with it. May the Lord watch over you.
Okay. So that's dealt with. So I head back to Johanka and I'll let her know. It's dark in here. And I still can't speak to Johanka. There we go, speak to Brother Nicodemus.
Thank you. I'd like to learn something from you. A bit of everything.
Can you now? But to be more precise, do you understand herbs and medicinal plants?
To be honest, not really.
So what am I supposed to do with you? Well, never mind. At least you'll learn something new. Go to the herb garden, take a good look at what's growing there, and then pull up the weeds into herbaceous beds. Is that clear?
Clear. I can get cracking.
Not so fast. Have I even told you what I consider a weed? It's dandelions, stinging nettles, and thistles. Those plants have their use, but they've no business growing among the euphrasia and the mentha, or anywhere else in that garden for that matter.
Okay.
I see.
Once you've cleared the garden of weeds, come back. And woe betide you if you pull up anything but weeds.
Don't worry, you've never had as good a gardener. May the Lord watch watch over you.
Okay.
Everything here is fine?
Yeah? Damn, why are you waking me?
You're not from Slakitz?
No, please help me. I can't stay here.
What happened to you?
I was working on the building when the scaffolding up by the roof collapsed underneath me.
Well, you're very lucky you survived at all.
Yes, that's what everyone tells me. But it's no use being alive if all I can do is lie here like a wet sack of barley.
Well, you're pretty battered, but I don't see anything that a few weeks' rest can't fix.
Weeks? My God, I have to get back to work sooner than that.
What's the problem? Why can't you stay until you heal?
I have a family. I'm poor. It's only thanks to the building work that we can survive. And the master told me if I don't come back in a few days, then I shouldn't come back at all. And where can me and my wife go then? Who'll take us in? We'll end up living in the woods, where any bandit or ruffian can set on us.
Is there anything I can do to help? It looks like they took care of your wounds.
When I was little, my father got trampled on by a horse, and an old hag from the village gave him some kind of purple herbs for it. And he got better very quickly.
And do you remember what the herbs were?
I don't. But there's supposed to be the whole cursed knowledge of the world in this place. Something has to be written about it. A herbarium. Anything.
I'll try to find something.
Thank you. Thank you. You woke me over a thing like that. Couldn't it have waited?
Yeah. Okay, so the herbarium is in the book in here. So I believe it's sage he wants. Here we are. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's sage. Oh wait, hang on. No, it's not, it's this one. Comfrey. Okay, so I should be able to get some off of Brother Nicodemus.
Do you know anything about herbs?
I'm not an expert, but I know a little something. Is it urgent?
Well, one of the workers who was injured during construction would like to get back to work. He mentioned some purple flowers that would...
Herbs.
Oh, purple herbs that should help.
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but you can have a look in the herbarium here. There won't be too many purple herbs for bruises and sprains.
Okay, it's that I want. That should be enough. No.
Hopefully I have what you need.
Thank you. With any luck, I'll soon be feeling better. If you find the time, stop by to see me in a few days.
Jesus.
Okie
Does
dokie.
it disturb me with such a thing when I'm fast asleep?
Christ above! I can't get a wink of sleep.
What are you making such a fuss about?
A fuss? Because of my leg, I have to stay here for at least another week. Hurts like fuck. And with everyone else moaning and groaning all night, I can't get any sleep.
Maybe I can make you something to help you sleep.
Oh, then for God's sake, do it quickly. Jesus, must you disturb me?
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's a lullaby potion. Can't remember whether there's one already in the book, but
How about some potion to induce heavy sleep?
Certainly, the old reliable.
Reliable?
Some of the brothers like a good sleep, and sometimes that's the only way to get one. I'll show you how.
Thanks.
okay. So it should be in here now, if it wasn't already. What I'm looking for is a lullaby potion. Just think it's thistle. Nope, not that one. Nighthawk. There we go. Thistle, poppy, and herb Paris. Which I don't think I have. No, I don't. So one of them, and thistle. Hello. That's not the one I want. It's slightly frustrating that it doesn't remain at the last page you're at. There we go. Oh, I forgot what it needed. I think it's oil. Yeah, it's oil. I'll just check what I need to do. Poppy, one of thistle. Poppy boil for one, thistle boil for one, and then add the herb Paris. So poppy and then thistle. Job done. Exit.
I've got something for you.
Really?
Drink this, and you'll fall straight to sleep.
Oh, thank you. You woke me over a thing like that. Couldn't it have
His
waited?
wounds have been well taken care of. He'll be able to get out of this on his own.
Huh? What do you want?
You look alright?
Mostly, but my leg still hurts.
Did the humans wound you?
That's what I tell the ladies. Truth is, I did myself a mischief while I was running away.
And do they rebandage it for you?
Occasionally. They told me they don't have enough bandages.
Well, that's no use. Those bandages need changing. I'll get some.
Okay, so there's some dotted around in here somewhere. I've got 7 already. There's one. There's another one. Yank is in my way. Might as well pick up them all while I'm here. I think that's it. I don't think there's any more, but it's fine, I don't need them all.
Where? What's happening?
I have the bandages.
Wonderful. Could you tell Brother Nicodemus?
I can do it myself.
I thought you were a blacksmith.
Do you have something against blacksmiths?
Nothing at all. Just maybe it would be better if you went for Nicodemus.
Alright then.
Okay, so I need to up my
Couldn't it have waited?
first aid. That's fine.
I need help with rebandaging.
Hands? I know, but there aren't any bandages.
I have bandages, but I don't know how to put them on.
Then I'll be happy to help.
Let's see if I can get some training off him. No, that's not what I wanted. Do! Training.
Would you teach me more about alchemy?
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you. Now, pay close attention.
Okay. While I'm here, I'll just check if I've got any perks. Owen. Yeah, go for that one. I think that one's handy. After being beaten, your power of your attacks will increase for a while and your stamina will regenerate faster. Yeah, that's all I want. Okay, and then... Nope. Horsemanship. Dokis. Yep. Okay, so they're all okay.
These wounds have been well taken care of. Everything here is fine. I'm not needed here. He's not reacting. But all I can see that's wrong with him is his leg. I have to ask Johanka. What's wrong with that man by the altar? He doesn't look wounded, but he's really pale. He doesn't react at all.
He had a broken leg. A bad one. The bone had come right through the skin. We tried to straighten it, but I don't know if we did it right. I'm not holding out much hope for him. I've seen folk in that state before, and it didn't end well.
My God! There has to be something we can do.
And what do you suggest? The monks won't help, and I don't know anyone else who can.
Well, I can try. I'll straighten his leg.
You?
Give it a go. Not like I can make it any worse.
So you don't know anything? Don't even think about touching that poor man.
What about the executioner from Rattay? He usually breaks bones, but he might know something about mending them too.
The executioner? Even if you could persuade him to come, they'll never let him in here.
Well, maybe it would be enough if he advised me and then I tried...
Look, do whatever you want. I have to go and take care of the others.
Kadakis.
I'll go and take a look at the others then.
Okay, so it's just this one then.
Philip, from Slakitz. I don't see any wounds, but he's shaking terribly. What happened to Philip?
There was nothing wrong with him, and now he's getting worse every day.
But do you know why?
Maybe. He didn't run away from Slakitz, you see. He hid for days, among the corpses. If he got poisoned.
But what can we do?
Us? Nothing. Only Father Simon might have been able to save him. He knew a lot about poisons.
And where is he?
You know he left Slakitz years ago.
Does anyone know where he is?
If you believe the stories about a wild man in the woods, then Rovnar is the place to go.
Okay. So...
Hey, watch it.
I need to go to Rattay to get the Executioner. Time me on. It's midday almost. So I think my best options here is Rovna's all the way up there. There's Townburg across from it. I'll go down to Rattay, get the Executioner. I'll get help from the Executioner. There's a place here. There's deer hunting spots, so I can get some game from there. Come back up here. And hopefully by that point I'll be able to pick up the crown. Head off to Townburg to deliver it, and then go across to Rovna to do what I need to do there. So I'll go do that. Okay, so I'm just coming into the mill at Rattay, and I'm just going to ask Teresa about Fritz and Matthew.
You look like something the captain would do.
Matthew and Fritz and their regards.
They survived. My God, I'm glad. They helped me out a lot. And where did you see them?
In Sasau. I bumped into them in front of the tavern. Where else?
And how are they doing?
They're doing fine. The monks brought them back to health. But they don't have work, and they're in debt. You wouldn't happen to know of any jobs going for two lazy carpenters?
Not here. And I think it will be the same in all of Rattay. It's overcrowded with refugees and they're all looking for work.
That's bad. Those two need work badly. To keep them out of mischief. You know what they're like.
I do indeed. Try the mills in the smaller hamlets. The miller in Ledechko is old. Maybe he could use some strong hands.
I will. Thanks.
Okay, so I'll do that on the way back. So now I need to go and speak to the Executioner, which is easy enough to get to from here. There he is.
God be with you, Henry. You sent me to the miller, eh?
What? Well, it was just a sort of...
You're lucky. He really did owe me, and he was so shocked he gave it all to me. What do you need, then?
I need help with a wounded man from Sasau.
And why should I help you?
It's really important.
Go on.
Do you know anything about broken bones?
No, Henry. If you want to rough someone up, then you can go elsewhere. I'm an executioner, not a thug.
No, it's not that. The exact opposite, actually. There's a man in Sasau with a badly broken leg. They tried to straighten it, but now he's unconscious, and he just keeps getting weaker.
And the monks won't touch him?
Yeah, that's right. They say it's in God's hands.
True enough. But it doesn't mean we can't help him, too. Where's the leg broken?
Above the ankle.
All right, listen. They won't let me in to see him, but it's not all that hard to deal with. There are 2 bones there, most likely both broken. One of them probably didn't set, or it set badly. You can find both of them by feeling for them. If he's lost weight, it'll be all the easier. You have to find the place where the break is and get the 2 parts together. But the pain will be agonizing. He'll scream like a wounded beast and flail around all over the place. You'll have to get some strong fellows to hold him down so he doesn't do himself a worse injury. Don't be afraid to dig your fingers right into the flesh. And don't let the screaming put you off.
All right. Hopefully I'll be able to do it.
You will. Good luck, Hal.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That's the miller.
I hope I can be of help to you, mate.
Teresa, the millmaid, sent me. She said you could use some help.
Some extra pairs of hands would be useful. What do you have in mind?
My friends, 2 survivors of Slakitz, are looking for work.
And why should I take that?
They're experienced carpenters.
Why not? Carpenters would be helpful. There's a lot of work here at the mill, and I'm not as spry as I used to be. Thomas, my foreman, tries his best, but he ain't up to that kind of work. But they aren't idlers and drunks, are they? I only take in people who are willing to do hard, honest work.
I'm from Slakitz, and I know them both personally. They worked in the royal mines, and their master couldn't praise them highly enough.
In the Slakitz mines? That's skillful work. I'll be glad to talk to them. Tell them I'll give them a chance. We'll talk about pay and a roof over their heads when they get here. God be with you.
How are you? The miller and Ledechko would be happy to meet you.
You really found work for us?
Of course. Couldn't bear to look at those sour faces of yours a moment longer.
Thanks, Henry. Only...
What?
the reward we talked about, well, we haven't got 2 groschen to rub together.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. You'll pay me when you have it.
That we will. Stop by and visit us in a week. We'll pay you back as soon as we get our first wage. Goodbye.
Taking care of the wounded, as I'm sure you're aware.
Ah.
then, run along and take care of him, and let me talk to your uncle. You're not needed.
Wouldn't it be better to have the banquet here, Custodian?
What?
If you won't give the sick anything else, can you at least hold the banquet here?
Oops.
Nobody's going to talk to me that way. Lock him up for the night and let him learn some manners.
Oh dear. I was not expecting that. I'm pretty hungry. Not even sure whereabouts I am. Oh, I'm in the middle of town. Okay. So it's the morning of the following day. I'm hungry, I'm tired. So get my horse back. I'm gonna head off to the tavern and get some sleep. Okay, I'd just been playing some dice. Whilst I was doing that, I got notified that the Moldavite was ready on the crown. So I'm just going to go collect that, and then I'm going to go deliver to Lady Stephanie. And then hopefully this video will be over. Here he is.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
What about the crown? Is it finished?
I'm a man of my word. Of course it's finished. Here you have it. Thank the Lord you found that Moldavite. It wouldn't be the same without it. Good luck to you.
Okay. Or if she'll even talk to me now.
That custodian Sebastian is really obnoxious.
He can be unpleasant, but in his own way. I don't know.
You can't be serious.
What's that supposed to mean? At least he was here, unlike you, the whole time. And anyway, mind your own business. May the Lord watch over you.
Fair enough. Okay, Talmberg it is then. Okay, so I'm just arriving into Talmberg. I've not come in this way before, so I'm not entirely sure my way around. There we go. Oh, nice and shiny as the sun sets. Still a bit wounded. Bumped into some bandits on the way here. They were quite well armoured. Do very well. I didn't have my shield out. I didn't have my helmet on. I tried to fight them with bows and arrows, and it just did not go very well at all. So here I am. Probably should have gone to the old bathhouse, but never mind. There she is. Hello. It's a surprise. She's in the bedroom.
What do you need?
I brought the roan, my lady.
That's wonderful. There weren't any problems with it, I hope.
Nothing too serious. He's a little wild, but I was able to handle him in the end.
Well, that won't do. Sophie can't have some wild horse at her wedding starting a stampede.
But I've learnt a trick. If you sing to him, he calms down.
You sang to a horse?
It's quite true, I'm afraid. I sang to a horse.
Well, then you'll have to sing something to me, too.
My lady, I don't know if I...
So I know how to calm down that roan. Go ahead, sing.
horses come roaming in the merry month of May, graze in the shade of the apple tree there. The first one is brown and the second is grey. Which shall I ride to, my maiden so fair?
Oh, how beautiful! I'm not surprised the horse calmed down after hearing such a lovely voice. Anyway, I'll think about what to do with the roan. But thank you, Henry.
I brought you the crown from the master engraver.
Henry, you are a gem. Look at that Moldavite. Isn't it wonderful? Sophie will look like an angel. So, what's next?
I brought the wine.
Wonderful, wonderful. No wedding is complete without good wine. Find somewhere here to put it down. I'll send for a servant to bring it later. I hope you had no problems acquiring it.
Problems? Huh. I don't know the meaning of the word.
As if I didn't know you.
What can I do for you, my lady?
Nothing. You've done enough. And now I'd like to reward you.
That's not necessary, my lady. You taking the time to see me is reward enough.
Come now, Henry. No need for such modesty. I appreciate everything you've done for me, as well as your company. And there's something I'd like to give you.
Yes, I'm sure there
This
is.
shirt was my father's. He was built very much like you. Broad shoulders, strong chest. It should fit you just right.
But I can't accept this. It's too valuable.
It's too valuable to be left to the mercy of moths. It doesn't fit my husband well, and I've no one else to give it to. What's more, if you were to leave us again, I'd like you to have something to remember me by, so you don't forget me.
I could never forget you, my lady.
Well then, won't you try it on at least?
What? Right now?
Why not? Don't worry, I won't look. I'll turn my back.
And what if your husband comes in?
He won't. Neither will anyone else.
All right then.
God be with you. I feel truly blessed to have you here. So long I yearned for young company. I really feel God heard my prayers and sent you to me.
Ready?
My, you do look handsome. As fine as any gentleman. When I was a little girl, there were always lots of other children around, and young men and women of the court. It was so merry. I always hoped it would be like that when I was grown up too. But it was not God's plan.
You and Sir Divish had no children?
No. No, alas, we were not blessed. Twice I was with child, but they did not live. And now I fear there's no hope for me.
My lady.
Oh dear.
Forgive me, my lady. I shouldn't have.
I don't mind.
No, sure you don't.
What are you doing?
I'll be leaving then. Okay, well, thank you for watching. I'm Henry Slakitz. You can follow me on Twitter at hskalitz, and Hopefully my next video I'll be putting on will be a Skyrim Let's Play. So yeah, thank you for watching and good night.